Jnanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvadhitham Gagana Sadusham Tatvamasyadilaksham Ekham Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavadhitham Trigunarahitham Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam. I welcome all the viewers from all over the world today for today's very special Parashakti Akashic readings, where we will be learning about who is Devi Parashakti, how she's manifesting through the supreme concept of Hinduism, and how we can connect with Devi Parashakti directly and have all of our questions answered, all of our boons answered. And let us get started. So if you are here, it means existence wants you to be here in this form. You are not an accident. You are an incident. You are a conscious miracle of existence. Existence is trying to express itself through you. Welcome to this sacred spiritual experience, your digital experience of the divine. This may be what you think as your first time in the presence of a divine cosmic being, but this is not the first time this energy has graced the planet Earth. If you are watching this now, it is not a coincidence. This is action in your life to make you manifest what you want. How is this possible? How has this worked before? Experience these answers through powerful cognitions as referenced from the ancient texts of Hinduism, revived by the supreme of Hinduism. So let us understand who is Devi Parashakti. Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, the cosmic mother. She is the source Shakti. It is her cosmic womb, Brahmanda Yoni, from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. Source where the Big Bang and black holes go on. Parashakti is the main deity of the sacred feminine and the divine consort of Bhagwan Paramashivoham, who is the primordial divinity of Hinduism. In the words of the supreme concept of Hinduism himself, first and foremost relationship is mother. Ability to learn, even idea to relate, starts with the mother. How to relate starts with mother. Understand your idea to relate, your ability to relate starts with mother. Mother's too important way to connect with what you think as life. In the Vedic tradition, our rishis were aware your ability to connect with the mother should be directed towards the cosmos. It should inspire. It should awaken your higher consciousness. It should inspire your higher consciousness to express through you. It should awaken your higher consciousness. Connecting with life as mother is the most sweetest, most beautiful, most easiest form to ever connect. Today, out of his extreme compassion and love, the supreme concept of Hinduism is manifesting Devi Parashakti herself and gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving wounds, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, hearing profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. So let us understand, what is Bhava-Samadhi Darshan? Sama is oneness and Adi means source. So Samadhi means one with the source. And Bhava means attitude or aspect. So Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect. Darshan means to have a glimpse of. In the Vedic tradition, it is used to describe the moment you behold a deity or an avatar, a saint or an enlightened being, as just seeing a being can cleanse the karmas of lifetimes and create a deep, lasting transformation in the receiver. Darshan is the powerful, super conscious vibration that is present around an avatar at all times. He simply radiates darshan, just as the sun continuously radiates light. The auspicious moment when the receiver is able to catch it becomes the moment of darshan, raising you to the next level of superconscious breakthrough. It's like hitting the reset button on your being. So let us understand the science of Baba Samadhi Darshan. The first thing we need to know is that divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. And divine cosmic beings manifest through the Achavatara, the deities in temples, and through the Baba Samadhi Darshans in the Nijavataras, the incarnations. The Baba Samadhi Darshan is the science of the Nijavatara, manifesting Paramashiva, the consciousness. It's where formless, the being of Paramashiva expresses through the Devi Sharira, the light body, and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form, the embodied form for us to experience Paramashiva. So, for example, Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Raja Rajeshwari and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form of Devi Akshi. The Achavatara, the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation of the superconscious energy. But human beings are not yet mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Achavatara directly. So the avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and creates the experience of superconscious energy in all of us. The Baba Samadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. This influx of superconscious energy visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity to disease. During the darshan, the whole brain becomes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform our lives. During the Baba Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. Mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That is, the entire body can silently and without moving receive what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. So let us understand what are the Akashic readings. Akashic readings are not predictions. They are readings from the cosmic archives. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time starts the past, present, and future. Because Akashic records are stored in the Akasha, the space dimension, there is no past, present, and future. That is why what you call as happened, happening, yet to happen are clearly already recorded. So let us understand who is the Supreme Concept who is manifesting Devi Parashakti for each and every one of us. The Supreme Concept Jagat Guru Mahasanitanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened new civilizational nation. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, as per Hinduism, recognized by our enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities as a lifestyle of humanity. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasanitanam of Kanchar Vikipita, the Tunde Mandala Adi. Is the incumbent emperor of the Surya Vamshi Uttarangi Samrajam. Is the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasanitanam of the Kailasura, the Shamala Pita Sarvekipita. Is the present Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atala Akada. Is the present 23rd Guru Mahasanitanam of the Dharma and has been elected as Supreme Concept of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism is revered as a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, and has authored over 300 books, 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, and which have been translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and has over 10,000 hours of discourses delivered, and has enriched and reached over 1 billion lives digitally, and is respected as the commentator of all sacred scriptures, such as the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, Jain Sutras, and more. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as the leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader, is a reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including Rudrakanyas, Rudras, Rishis, Rishikas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, and Sannyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nithyananda University, with satellite campuses in 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailas enlightenment ecosystems. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is a reviver and founder of over 100 Sadvika Pitas, and is the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. So now with this, we will be entering into the demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis, the powers demonstrated by the Gurukul Balasins and initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So we'll be right back after a short break and enter into the demonstration of Shaktis.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம்
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினியில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி. ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி. ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி. ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினியில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி. ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி. ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி. ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினியில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி. ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி. ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி. ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளியே, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி வீது மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளியே, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளியே, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயத்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள்.
Yes. Let us move on to the next segment, which is the power manifestation segment, where all of you will be witnessing the demonstration of extraordinary Shaktis being manifested by the Balasins of the Nithyananda Guru. So, today the Balasins, the Nithyananda Yogis and initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism are going to be demonstrating the 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis to all of you in front of your eyes. Following powers that you will be witnessing is the powers of third eye and body scan. The power of third eye is where one awakens the ability to see through the cosmic browsing center, which is located between the brows. And the power of third eye is also you can see with your both closed, just as you would see with them open. The next is the power of one awakens the ability to be able to scan illnesses, diseases, medically diagnosed issues, and any problems in the body. Not only that, reveal even solutions for the problem. And let us first learn what are Shaktis. Shaktis in the Veda-agamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest the 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis. And Paramashiva beautifully says that just with the cognition that you are the divine and that you need to manifest the divine, you can manifest these extraordinary Shaktis. Not with the cognition that you are a man and that you need to manifest the divine. Let us see the fundamental base of the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. Shaktis are the powers which manifest from deep feeling connection with the divine and high integrity toward the Guru. And Shaktis are the source of enlightenment. Whereas Siddhis are the powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment. Siddhis are in the path of enlightenment. Shaktis come along with Buddhi, and Siddhis are the powers which come without Buddhi. Shaktis are the powers that manifest through ordinary human beings in extraordinary ways, just with initiation from the avatar, and Shaktis are permanent. Siddhis are not permanent and they may diverge from enlightenment. Paramashiva is the source of all these Shaktis, the ultimate reality and cause which is self-effulgence, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. As the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya or the 5 cosmic acts of Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Trobhava, and Anugraha, creation, sovereign rulership and maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberating grace for all living entities. And as all of us learned, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the avatar of Paramashiva himself, who is reviving Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been revered as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is taught all these sciences at a very young age by the Guru Sishya Parampara, the living enlightened Gurus. And I request the next slide to be projected. And you can see all the Gurus like Mata Vivekananda Puri, Annamalai Swamigal, Visiki Swamigal, Visiri Swamigal, all these Gurus who have initiated Swamiji and trained Swamiji to revive these sciences from disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga, Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddhi Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti, Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana, and Paramashiva Vijnana. And let us now see how this science is authenticated through the 4 aspects of evidences or pramanas. The first is the Shastra Pramana, which is the eternal unchangeable truths that are revealed in the source scriptures. Next slide, please. Next is the Apta Pramana. Next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism. the Vedic rishis and scientists who have time tested and verified this science. Third is the Atma Pramana, the experiences of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. This millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Last is the Pratyaksha Pramana, or the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. Let us now see the Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye, which comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. कपालान्तर्मनोन्यसतिष्ठन्मीलितलोचनः क्रमेण मनसोदार्ढ्यात् लक्ष्ये लक्ष्यमुत्तमम्. The translation goes, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind and inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. The next is the Apta Pramana, which comes from the life of Bhagavan Sri Krishna as he initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. In the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye, and the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita contains the complete narration and description of Bhagavan Sri Krishna's cosmic form as it is narrated by by Arjuna through the third eye. So Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna by saying, न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुम् अनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा दिव्यं ददामि ते चक्षुः पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम्. But you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore I grant you the divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. The next is the Atma Pramana, which is from the life of His Divine Holiness Swamiji. Let us now see how Swamiji shares his experience of manifesting the 360-degree third eye vision.
Inside and outside broke. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree, 10 direction, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience. I felt that the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. The setting sun, rising moon, the whole Arunachala hill, all the plants, bush, shrubs, trees, everything just became so alive. The idea something is inside.
Yes. So let us now see the Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. Study measures compare the metabolic cell activity of the brain in the conscious and meditative states using the positron emission tomography, the PET. When doing daily activity, high activity is measured in the brain where the third eye is located, and when in the deep state of samadhi, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. So this is the scientific experiment which was done on Swamiji, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and these were the results. And next is the Sakshi Pramana, where all of you are going to be witnessing the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation happening through the initiated disciples of the Supreme Context of Hinduism. So along with me, I have an extraordinary Balasan of the Nithyananda Gurukul, Maniti Kaladharananda, who's in this extraordinary Shakti of third eye to all of you today. Along with me, I also have a medically tested eye bag. In front is a complete opaque sheet, and behind is a thick sponge. And there is no gap between the sponge and the opaque sheet, and there is no possible way of light entering in this eye bag. You see, there's no gaps, no possible way of light entering. So this eye band is a medically and scientifically certified eye band, and it is completely proven that there is no possible way of light entering in this eye band. Even with the eyes open inside, there is no possible way of light entering in this eye band. So this is the eye band I'm going to be now placing on Ma Kaladhara's eyes. So I'll just do a quick show. You can see that there's no light entering. So I'm going to now be placing this eye band on Ma Kaladhara, and I'm going to be unstrapping the eye band. Kaladhara, are you comfortable? Yes. Okay. So now I request the YouTube comments to be projected. Yes. So I request the YouTube comments to be scrolled a little down. Yes. So Ma Kaladhara, you can go ahead and start reading.
The one and the only comment which has come as a now is from CIOTRWAJDA has posted Pre Namaste Modi. And the next thing in the comment section says, welcome to live chat. Remember to grade your privacy and enable ABICE by your community GUIDELINES.
All of you saw Makalandra was able to read Payadra Vajda's Aya's comment so fluently as if her eyes still are open. I request all of you to go ahead, continue posting your comments in the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, and Ma Kaladra is going to be reading your comments tonight.
Yes. Now I'm reading the comments from Facebook. Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam page. So the latest comment is from Shiva Sept VAPREM as person Valu Shivan. So he says living Shiva. And the previous comment is from Kanaka as ASU as also Om Nithyananda Shiva. And the spelling she has used is SIBA, not SHIBA. And the comment before that is from there is a RAMILA BHAKTA has posted a namaste emoji, 3 red rose emoji, and again a namaste emoji. But and she has written Pranam Swamiji with a namaste emoji again and 3 roses, and namaste emoji again with a red color heart.
Amazing. That was a beautiful demonstration of the power of third. And now I'm going to be removing the IBAN of Makalandra. All of you can see the IBAN is completely intact and there is no difference between the IBAN before and now. Yes. So we are going to be now moving on to the next power, which is the power of body scanning, which will be demonstrated by the participants of the Nithyananda book. So I request the body scanning slides to be projected. We are now going to be chanting the Shastra Pramana from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatva vyajyate para. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause Paramashiva, and by the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all the thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. And next is the Apta Pramana, which is the reference of the power of body scanning from the life of a Siddha named Teriyar. Teriyar was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agatya. One day, a man suffering from a severe headache comes to Agatya for healing, and Agatya uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small terai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. Agatya immediately instructs Teriyar, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. Thus, the disciple gained the name Teriyar. Third is the Atma Pramana, the accounts of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And Swamiji beautifully shares on the 22nd of December, only when I had a multiple compound hand fracture was I forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs, and it was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the condition of the body. And Through the body scanning, I found out what the problems and imbalances could happen and where the balance had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion just to verify my findings. Last is the Pratyaksha Pramana, the Sakshi Pramana, where so many disciples and devotees have shared how they were able to manifest this power of body scanning just by connecting to Swamiji. So you can see Kathleen Kling has posted beautiful body scanning with partner 2 was successful. Also, Swamiji had beautiful messages for both of us. So sweet. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Debbie. Yes, so you can see all these participants are sharing their experience, how they are able to manifest this power. And it is a possibility for all of us to manifest this extraordinary Shakti. So you will now be witnessing the live demonstration of this power by the Balasans of the Nithyananda Guru right after a short break. Till then, please go ahead. Post your comments on the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. Yes. So now I'm back with Balasans of the Nithyananda Gurukul, Maniti Brahmayogananda, who is going to be demonstrating this extraordinary Shakti to all of you. So I request the YouTube comments to now be projected. I request the YouTube comments to be refreshed. Yes. So now Ma Brahma Yoga is going to share her experience of how she started manifesting this power. How does she feel being one of those blessed kids all around the world to be able to manifest this extraordinary shakti? Ma Brahma Yoga, why don't you go ahead, share? How do you feel? You are one of the blessed kids who can manifest this shakti. And how do you manifest it?
So how I started manifesting this power is like I used to do body scanning for a long time, but I used to just tell small things like you have a headache or you have like your knee is sore or something like that. So, but then like as I was manifesting slowly, I started getting to the detail like you got a recent surgery on your left thigh, or like I used to get to the root of the problems. You're having a headache because the food in your stomach is not digested. I used to slowly I started going to the root of the problems, and I started becoming more and more confident. But I was never ready to go live or to like demonstrate the power. Then one day I had to like be put on spot, and that day I was like really nervous, and I was sitting for a long time scanning a person, and then suddenly I got a image of that the person had a minor surgery on their left thigh. And that was like so precise and so straightforward. It's like a yes or no. And I was like, I don't know whether I should tell it or not, but then nothing was coming and I had no option. So I just surrendered to Swami saying, I am going to tell this. I don't know if it's right or wrong, so you have to take care. So I just like I held my mother tight and I told that person. And that was a physical demo, it was not online. So I told that person that I have minor surgery on your left thigh. And he was so shocked. He didn't know what to say. It was like it was accurately on point, and he was like, "Ma, how do you do it?" Like he was asking, "Has anyone told you this?" Like, no, yet it's completely the third day. And from that day onwards, I completely started trusting my third day, and I was so confident. Like whatever comes after that, many things came. Like when Ma had kidney stones, I was like, I was feeling nervous, but I was like, I knew that it would be right because of the experience I got the first time. And it is really amazing, and I feel really blessed to be one of those kids who can manifest this power.
Okay, so how does it come? Like, how do you see it? Like, do you see it in numbers, letters, pictures, or paragraphs, or like, do you see it in like videos, or how do you see it through the third eye?
I see it through pictures. I first see a full image of a glass body, and then if the person has if they got a recent surgery on their knee, then so that whole image will get zoomed in, and that knee area will be highlighted in red color. And then after that, and then the problem will be shown, and then I'll ask Paramashiva for the solution, and then that image will vanish, and another image of the solution will come. If the solution is a hot card, then I'll hot card.
Oh God! So it's like it is anything you ask Paramashiva, you just immediately get the answer. Wow, it's so amazing. And all of you might all be thinking, oh God, I only see that in comic books, in movies, in TV shows, or in Disney channels, or something like that. But now it is reality, and it is not only you witnessing people do it, you yourself can manifest this extraordinary Shakti just with the initiation from Swamiji. Understand, Diksha from the Living Enlightened Master is so powerful that you don't even need to do tapas or anything. Just a word, a look, or a touch from the avatar, from the Living Enlightened Guru is enough. And you can get initiated into this power. And you yourself can start manifesting this extraordinary Shakti. As just with the power of Diksha initiation, just as how a lit lamp can light any other lamp, just like that Swamiji is the lit lamp, and he is lighting all of us and initiating all of us, awakening our third eye, showing us that it is our possibility to be able to manifest these powers. Not only in our dreams or in movies or in comic books, it is actually real. It is actually real, and that you can manifest the life. You can manifest your life as you want. And it's a very beautiful experience. How all of you saw. Just with surrender, whatever it is, Swamiji will take care. If I manifest the power, the credit goes to Swamiji. If I don't manifest, first thing, there's never something called not manifesting. It is always a manifestation, because whatever appears through the third eye is correct, because it is Paramashiva's third eye, which is real. Beautiful sharing, my Brahma Yoga. And yes, let us see if anyone has posted any comments on the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. Anybody who wants a body scanning, please go ahead. Request in the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, and we'll definitely be doing a body scanning for all of you. Yes, Nithyananda Madhutaya, we welcome you to this Parashakti Akashic readings program. Yes. Krishnagataya, Nithyanandam, we welcome you also to this Parashakti Akashic reading program. If any one of you want a body scanning, you can enrich your family members, friends, call anyone who you want, or you yourself can request for a body scanning. Ma Brahmayoga is eagerly waiting to do this, to do a body scanning for all of you. Okay, so due to the interest of time, including this session, we thank all of you for joining us in this power manifestation segment, where all of you were able to witness this extraordinary demonstration of the powers of Paramashivoham. So we'll now be moving on to the next segment. I request the slides to stop being shared, which is the segment of divine feminine consciousness, where you will be learning about Devi Parashakti and much, much more. So please stay tuned for the upcoming segments. We'll be having Ma Madhura joining with us. We thank all of you for joining us, and please stay tuned for the upcoming segments. Thank you. Nithyananda.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda.
Nithyanandam, everyone. Yes, so now we'll be moving to the next segment where we will be learning about who is Devi Parashakti, the divine feminine consciousness. So we'll be first looking at the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka. Sindhuraruna vigraham trinayana manikya mauli spurate taranayaka shekharam smitamukhim mapina vakshoruham panibhyam alipurna ratna chashakam rakto saumyam ratna gatastha rakta charanam dhyayet paramambika. The translation for this verse is: the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a woman's red body, with the triple eyes sporting a crown of rubies studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimmed with mead and the other twirling a red lotus. And another Dhyana shloka, which also comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana shloka, says, Arunam karuna tarangatakshim dritapashankusha pushpabana chapam animadibhiravritam mayukaihi rahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. And the translation for this verse is, I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the nose, the gourd, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as Anima for rays, and she is the self within me. And Devi Parashakti is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in, and the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on. And Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are in even now, and in which all of us are going to merge. And out of her extreme love and compassion, Devi Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. And Devi Parashakti beautifully reveals how she manifests as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. She says, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Hrimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasha Swami who's in Kailasha, Shri Purachintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi, as Nithyananda I took Nijavatara here, to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion and blessing, listen people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. And Devi Parashakti continues. She reveals, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Icha, Kriya, and Jnana, growing as four Vedas, expanding as five Panchabhutas, beyond six chakras, filled as Gotras of seven Rishis, expanding as eight directions, existing as nine grahas, blossoming as 10 Indriyas, being as 11 Rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life to tell and make to blossom and to do good. Parashodasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you. And now let's see how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So literally you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your screen. So always receive her in a very traditional way. You can keep 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and a coin in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. And for those of you who might be wondering what a coin is considered as or what is its importance, actually in the Hindu tradition, the coin is considered the traditional dakshina or the offering made to God in any temple or during any rituals. So it can be the lowest value. In India, it can even be just 1 paise, and in the US, it can even be just a cent. Swami says, I'm not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. And in India, even 1 paise is okay. And you can offer that to Devi Parashakti. And once the darshan is over, you can do namaskar, need the banana, betel leaf and the banana, the betel leaf, betel nut and the banana, taking it as prasadam immediately. And the coins that you collect, you can send it to the Los Angeles temple for the further procedures. Now, some of you might be wondering, what exactly does this betel leaf, betel nut, and banana do to you? How will it benefit you? How will this betel leaf and betel nut benefit you, whether it's physically, emotionally, or mentally? So this betel leaf and betel nut may look too small, but in a few days, you will see how much that sincere sentiment that really Devi Parashakti is there. You will not take the Devi Darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you with powerful cognitions. It will break your unconscious behavior. And now all of you can see how you can set up your tambul. So you can arrange the betel leaf, the betel nut, the banana, and the coin. You can arrange it in a plate and keep the plate in front of the screen with all the items to receive Devi Parashakti. As all of you see in the image, there are a few more items such as kumkum, turmeric, some glass bangles, flowers, and there are a few additional items that you can keep if you would like. If you want to, you can add these additional items. But the four basic items that are kept as part of Tambulam is the betel leaves, the betel nut, the banana, and the coin. So you can arrange everything in a plate, keep it in front of the screen as you receive Devi Parashakti when she comes for the darshan. And with that, we come to a conclusion of this segment where we have learned who is Devi Parashakti and how we can receive Devi Parashakti when she comes for the darshan. And with that, now we'll be moving to the next segments of this program, where we will be learning what Devi Parashakti has revealed in the Akashic readings for all the various problems that humanity is going through right now. We will be seeing what exactly Devi Parashakti has revealed as the cause and solution for all the various problems, and how important it is for us to understand, internalize, and follow what Devi Parashakti has revealed. So, with that, we'll be moving to the next segment of this program after a really short break. Please stay tuned and we will be back.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Nithyanam. Welcome back, dear viewers. Extraordinary Shakti of Paramashiva and Parashakti. And let us now enter into this next segment where we will understand some of the various revelations that Devi Parashakti has made for humanity during this Pralaya. Devi has been continuously manifesting for the sake of guiding us, healing us, and ensuring that we are getting through this Pralaya. So let us see what Devi has revealed for us. Let us first understand the compassion of the avatar. In the Guru Padaka Stotram, composed by Adi Shankaracharya, the very first verse describes how the Guru Padaka, the sacred feet of the Guru, is the boat that helps us cross the Ananta Samsara Samudra, the seemingly endless ocean of samsara or suffering. And the verse translates, salutations to the sandals of my Guru, which is a boat which helps me cross the endless ocean of life, which endows me with a sense of devotion to my Guru, and by worship of which I attain the dominion of renunciation. Many of us have been feeling stuck in the same storming and raging ocean, navigate ourselves and lost in the overwhelming vastness of the suffering that surrounds us during this Pralaya, the great deluge. Our loved ones are dying due to the pandemic. Our homes are being destroyed due to the natural disasters. Social institutions are crumbling around us, and the whole of humanity is in a desperate and dire need of hope. It's at this time that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as the incarnation of the cosmic superconsciousness, out of his love and compassion, having taken the spiritual responsibility for the superconscious breakthrough of the whole of humanity, is manifesting Devi Parashakti, the cosmic mother, and guiding and healing the whole world as literally the boat that sails us through this Pralaya, this cosmic deluge. Devi Parashakti is herself manifesting through the Nijavatara and answering each and every one of our prayers, granting boons, healing us, manifesting miracles, removing all of our pain and suffering. And Devi has not just attended to us individually, but as a humanity at large. Today, Devi Parashakti has guided the whole of humanity in the form of various revelations of profound sacred secrets of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, as well as showing us the future regarding global issues, COVID pandemic, the natural disasters such as fires, floods, and more, and even the twisted human conspiracies and underground wars, which have not surfaced to common knowledge as yet. In this segment, we will be elaborating on the statistical, scientific, and scriptural references of each sacred revelation that Devi Parashakti has guided, and understand how it has manifested precisely as Devi revealed. This is for us to imbibe deeply and to start following as Devi Parashakti continues to protect us and guide us through this storm, and until we are safely harbored at the shores of our consciousness. So let us understand what Devi has revealed for the 8 methods to preventing coronavirus. Devi revealed this on the 30th of April 2021. Let us watch that video now.
Parashodasi Meenakshi, Parameshwari Meenakshi, Parashakti Meenakshi, இங்கு எழுந்து அருளினோம் எல்லோர்க்கும் ஞானமும் தன்மையும் தந்திட நன்மையெல்லாம் அளித்திட நாமே வந்தோம் இங்கு கைலாசத்தின் சுவாமினியாய் பரமசிவன் கிரகத்திருந்து நம் அனுக்கிரகத்தினால் நித்யானந்தன் விக்கிரகமாய் மலர்ந்தோம். உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நல்லதை செய்திட, நன்மையை சொல்லிட, தர்மார்த்த காம மோக்ஷம் எனும் புருஷார்த்தங்கள் நாளும் பொங்கி மலர்ந்திட வந்தேன் இங்கு. மாந்தர்கள் கொடுந்தொற்று கொரோனா கண்டு அஞ்ச வேண்டாம். 8 வழியின் மூலமாகவும் எண்ணத்தில் தியானித்து என்னை பிரார்த்தித்தல். 1. சமூக வலைதளங்கள் மூலமாய் என்னை சரணடைதல். 2. எங்கெல்லாம் என் மகமாரி வடிவத்தில் நான் குடிகொண்டிருக்கின்றேனோ அங்கெல்லாம் பூமிதித்து என்னை வழிபடுவது. 3. நெஞ்சில் மஞ்சள் தடவி வேப்பம் சாரருந்தி தினந்தோறும் என்னை தியானிப்பது. 4. நிர்விகல்ப நிலையிருந்து நித்யானந்தத்தை நிறைத்து உயிர்வது. 5. சிவ 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 எனும் பிரபஞ்ச பெரும் நாதத்தை அஜபா ஜபமாய் நிகழ்த்தல். 6. நிறைவான பூரண மனத்தோடு வாழைப்பழத்தோலும் வெங்காயமும் குதிகாலில் வைத்து பத்திட்டு நித்திரையில் அடங்குவது. 7. பூரணமாய் பரிபூரணமாய் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் நினைப்பும் மறப்பும் அருந்த உணர்வு ஸ்மரணையில் அகம் அகம் என ஸ்புரிக்கும் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் ஆனந்த ஸ்புரணத்தில் இருப்பது. 8 எனும் 8 முறையிலும் என எண்ணியோர் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் இல்லை கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் தாக்கமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் பயமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் மயக்கமும் வாழ்வீர்கள் வளத்தொடு நல் ஞானம் யோகத்தொடு நாமே நிம்மோடு நானே நீயாயே நானாய் நல்வாழ்வு வாழ்வீர்கள். 8இல் 1 செய்தாலும் கொரோனா உங்களை எட்டவிடாது
Let us look at Devi's revelations mapped into English. Oh humans, don't be scared of the deadly infection corona. Through these 8 ways, praying and meditating on me, surrendering to me through social media, wherever I am residing, worshiping me by doing fire walking, applying turmeric in the chest, drinking neem juice, and meditating on me every day, being in unclutched state, filling with eternal bliss, doing the ajaba ajaba, the cosmic sound, Shiva, 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 with complete mind, applying banana peel and onion in the heels and going to sleep. Any remembrance or forgetting in the Arunachala Swarana that blossoms as aham, aham in the state of Ananda Swarana. Everyone who thinks on me through these 8 ways, they will not have effects of corona. They don't have fear and delusions of corona. You will live with prosperity, with wisdom and fortune. Me with you, you as me as you. You will live good life, even if you do one of these 8 ways. I will protect you. Corona will not reach you. Don't have fear, O people. Be blissful. So let us look at these 8 methods and understand what Devi has revealed and how each of these methods can benefit us, and what is the science behind of each of these methods. The first step is praying and meditating on me, Devi Parashakti. So science has already done extensive research on prayer and meditation, and Healthline has listed 12 science-based benefits of meditation. So the first is that it reduces stress, it controls anxiety, it promotes emotional health, it enhances self-awareness, it lengthens the attention span, and it may reduce age-related memory loss. It can generate kindness. It can help fight addictions. It can improve sleep. It helps control pain. It can decrease the blood pressure and is easily accessible anywhere. And a study done by the US Department of Health and Human Services has shown that it has a direct effect on our physical as well as our mental health. And another study published by the Cambridge University Press reiterates that the necessity of meditation during times of crisis such as COVID-19. And prayer, a study published in Everyday Health described how prayer and spirituality protects emotional health through various methods. It offers a bigger sense of purpose. It provides social support. It lifts the spirit, and it can help you cope with difficulties. And in September of 2015, a report was published in Health Psychology, which found that whenever researchers followed 191 people with congestive heart failure for 5 years, they found that those who reported feeling spiritual peace and who also made some healthy lifestyle changes were significantly more likely to live longer than their peers. And people with major depressive disorder or chronic medical illnesses who report high levels of religiosity, which include daily religious experiences, generally become more optimistic than their peers. This was found in a study published in July 2015 in the journal. So the Avatar himself has directly demonstrated how meditation can have a direct impact on our mind. So let us watch this.
Nithyananda participates and encourages scientific researchers to derive evidences for meditation and healing through meditation. Dr. R. Murli Krishna, President, COO, Integris Mental Health and James L. Hall Jr., Center for Mind, Body and Spirit, Oklahoma, and his team invited Nithyananda to derive scientific evidences for meditation and the state of his enlightenment.
When Swamiji came, I have requested him to do one thing. I asked him, would you be willing to undergo some scientific investigation of the meditation process? He very cheerfully agreed without one complaint. He went for 3 repeat sessions for PET scanning and 3 repeat sessions for quantitative EEG sessions. And these are really not very easy tests to go through. It requires a lot of patience and a lot of willingness to do that. So we did that, because if a meditation process is doing something to your brain, we should be able to detect that. Scientific findings are verifiable. They're replicable. You can replicate them, duplicate them. So Swamiji went through those sessions and we found some interesting findings.
In PET scan, they inject a radioactive dye which goes and sits in parts of the brain that are active. In the normal, non-meditative state, the brain is very active. And when we are seeing someone, the rear end of the brain, the visual cortex, is very active, as shown in the diagram.
Usually the brain is so active, there are 100 billion brain cells there. But what meditation does is something very interesting. It shows lobes getting more active. The frontal lobe is where you have judgment, wisdom, reasoning. Here I will share with you. This is alert, non-meditative state. The second one is 30 minutes into this one. 30 minutes meditation. Look at the frontal lobes, how they light it up. They light it up big time. 60 minutes of deep meditation, and here is a deep, deep level of meditation where It lights up significantly right there, right in the middle, probably an inch and a half, 2 inches deeper. What's interesting was Swami was inside, and that's last part of that one. See that light right here? So what's interesting was I've never seen that before in my life. So the other parts I've seen may not be to the extent that Swamiji showed, but this is something interesting. There is something called dopamine, which is a chemical our brain is involved in. Dopamine is produced mostly in this area. And when you have any pleasurable feeling in your body, it is mediated through dopamine. It's a neuroreceptor. It's a chemical that transmits messages of pleasure. It basically evokes pleasure chemical. You eat the same thing is with visual pleasures you have. Beautiful people, beautiful sceneries, nature, whatever gives you pleasure. It's mediated through dopamine. Everything that human being experiences involves dopamine. But what's interesting is that you and I have the potential to create our own dopamine in a big way. So I named it, for lack of a word in the past, the D spot, which is the dopamine spot. If you can decide, you got it made in life. The D really stands for divine spot. The D also stands for delight, and the dopamine spot. What's also interesting is that he could, at will, go in and out of the states. Those are some of the findings I want to share with you. There's so much more talk about physiology of mind and brain and the body. It's a fascinating field that this is something that all human beings can relate to, can apply in our own lives. Not only a sophisticated knowledge, but these things have application in daily life for all of us.
Nithyananda's system of free healing, known as Nithya Spiritual Healing, has been baffling the medical world, curing diseases from migraine to cancer. Qualified people are also initiated to become healers. The complete report of the research conducted on Nithyananda's neurological system can be found in the book Mystic Phenomena, Scientific Data.
Feel about puja and how it can be the best stress buster. Let's watch the next video.
If you are not allowed to do yoga, made to believe early morning sleep is the best thing in your life, you are tortured, you are abused, your divine rights are violated. If you are constantly inspired to do yoga early morning, Brahma Muhurta time, and everyday puja, sit that 30-40 minutes and melt down by feeling connection. Understand? Nothing can be compared to prayer to bust your stress. I tell you, prayer is the best stress buster. Deep feeling connection and tears rolling in your eyes and melting down. Prayer to Paramashiva. Intense yearning, Vyakulata, talking to Paramashiva, relating to Paramashiva. Nothing can be compared to that to bust your stress. I tell you, every day puja is an ultimate recharging experience. If you do every day puja, the kind of the stress-free life you will live. Your whole biological clock, Kailasa. I tell you, I have seen the people who have the habit of Nitya Puja live long. Not just long, happy. In my whole life, it is Nitya Puja, Puja, that gave me all the best things of life. Everyday puja. Relating with the deities is the best stress buster. Touch the deities, do decoration, dress up. Even now, my best time of the day is when I sit with my deities. When I sit with my deities, dress up the deities, jewel them, spend time with them, talk to them, intensely pray, deeply connect and pray. Understand? You do not know the power of Archavatara. God landing in physical deity form, never under the power of Archavatara. The Archavatara is equivalent to living avatara. What living avatar can do to you, an Archavatara can do. Atma Linga I am giving to all of you is literally living Archavatara. Is a piece of God. Literally.
So let us look at the second step for preventing COVID-19. You can surrender to me, Devi Parashakti, through social media. And during the Akashic readings, Devi Parashakti gives us the opportunity to connect with her through various social media platforms and attends to us individually and showers us with boons and blessings. So let us now see how we can connect Devi Parashakti through social media. So the first way is through YouTube. You can become a member of Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. It's a very simple process. You can go to Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda page and click join. And once you have become a member, you can ask your questions during the live Parashakti Akashic reading directly in the comment section. The next way is that you can connect with Devi Parashakti is through Facebook. You can like and follow Kailasa's SPH JGM Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook page, and you can ask your questions during the live Parashakti Akashic readings, again in the comments section of the live feed. Next way is through Twitter. So you can follow Sri Nithyananda on Twitter, and you can ask your questions in reply section of the tweet with the hashtag #AskTheAvatar. You can also ask your questions through Instagram by following Sri Nithyananda on Instagram, and then you can ask your questions in the comments section of the post for the live Parashakti Akashic reading. And then lastly, you can ask your questions on WhatsApp by visiting kailasa.org, and you can ask your questions in the WhatsApp chat that pops up on the corner. And the next step is wherever I am residing, worshiping me by doing the fire walking. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism has revealed that fire walking is an alchemy process Our rishis and munis have been adept and masters in every field, whether health or keeping the society safe in every field. So all the vratams, the pujas, the spiritual techniques, the religious rituals, anything they design is highly scientific and directly useful to the life. Coronavirus will not affect you at all because that fire walking time, that small blisters you get just shoot up your whole immunity. That power, the power to protect yourself from any virus or any problem. It's actually a powerful technique. It's a very powerful technique followed in those days, especially during this season. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed this in one satsang, and especially that is done very traditionally, systematically. If you have even small blisters, or if you did not have any blisters, you are protected already from corona problem. You will not be affected at all. Corona will not work on you. It will not affect you. And don't worry, it is a traditional way of making you immune. Actually, it's a traditional vaccination process. It's 11 feet length, the burning live charcoal on which you are supposed to walk, with the traditional powerful music which activates your lymphatic system. That mukulam, we call it, it's in the back of the neck. This music will feel like it is hitting the back of your neck, and your whole detox system will be awakened in that peak alert, altered state of consciousness. You should walk on fire. Not just like that, you will walk. You will first awaken, trigger the detox system, and then walk on fire in the 11 feet fire pit. If you do for one fire walking, you are absolutely protected from corona. Pray to Mahamariamman and do fire walking. That is it. That is like a traditional powerful vaccination. Pray to Parashakti Mahamari, do the Pachipatni Vratam, do this traditional fire walking. You are absolutely protected from coronavirus. No need to panic. Traditional vaccination, traditional, natural, organic, no bad side effect vaccination is the Hindu fire walking. So let us understand the science behind fire walking, revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself.
All these transmutation processes means balancing the system and awakening the whole consciousness to your whole body is what I call transmutation processes. Some parts of your body becomes insensitive to the existence because of the job it is doing, like a feet. Because of the continuous walking, it becomes insensitive. Your cheeks, how they are sensitive, they don't become, they lose sensitivity to the reality. But for a complete Kundalini awakening, your whole body needs to be alive and experiencing the reality and ability to experience the higher consciousness. That is the reason we have the process of fireworking.
Now, let us understand. Let us watch the video of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself doing the fire walking.
சத்தியம் காத்திடும் உத்தமத்தியே சத்குருவாய் வந்த நித்திய தாயே வேதங்கள் வணங்கிடும் ஆதியும் நீயே ஜோதிமலையிலே அவதரித்தாயே அவனியை பேணும் ஞானமும் நீயே வடிவிலே அருள் புரிந்தாயே. தீயினிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்த தீயே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி. தீயினிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்த தீயே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி. கருமங்களை கொண்டிட வந்தாய் நித்யானந்த தர்ம மண்ணில் வென்றிட வந்தாய். கர்மங்களை கொண்டிட வந்தாய் நித்யானந்த தர்ம மண்ணில் வென்றிட வந்தாய். தீயினிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்த தீயே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி.
And research has also been done on firewalking. The study conducted by the U.S. National Study of Medicines, the National Institute of Health, regarding the various effects and benefits of firewalking, found that firewalking, those who have done firewalking actually had increased levels of happiness and lower fatigue levels compared to those who did not participate in firewalking. The next step is applying turmeric on your chest, drinking neem juice, and meditating on me, Devi Parashakti, every day. So let us understand, in the words of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself, the benefits of neem juice.
Bididi. It is not, I'm not talking from air, I'm talking from ground. In Bididi, before we came to that land, 30 borewells were dug, no water. Now, from the day we came till now, we have water for 10,000 people to live comfortably in that very land. It's only pouring, pouring Karumari's grace. We started ashram. Nature completely cooperates because we know biology, whole biology thinks. If you are having bitter relationships in your life, just start drinking bitter neem juice every morning. The problem will be solved. Understand, if you are irritated, even if you don't react, even if you don't talk to people, you release that kind of vibes. Take Haritaki, you will sweet kind of vibes. Take neem juice, you release healing, compassionate vibes. A woman who applies neem powder and takes bath, who applies turmeric powder and takes bath, is equivalent to Karumari Mahamayi. That neem paste and turmeric powder, if a woman takes bath with that, she is equivalent to Mahamayi. She is embodiment of Karumari because she will be manifesting that same vibes of Karumari. I sincerely recommend people start doing all these activities like applying neem paste and taking bath, applying haritaki powder and taking bath, applying turmeric powder and taking bath, applying basma and taking bath, especially for men basma, for women neem paste and turmeric paste. All four can be used by all genders. That is different. If you want specific, I'll recommend the neem and turmeric for female body, haritaki and basma for male body. Understand your whole biology things. Working on whole biology changes the whole life. So, now with this understanding the whole biology things, think Mahavagya. This is Ajapa Ajapa. Think Mahavagya. With the understanding your whole biology things. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Blessings to all of you. Start manifesting powers now.
So there has been much research that has been done on the benefits of turmeric, and it is known for its anti-inflammatory purposes and effects. And curcumin, which is the agent in turmeric, which is anti-inflammatory, has been shown in the last 2 decades to be a potent immunomodulator. It can modulate the activation of T cells, B cells, macrophages, neutrophils, natural killer cells, and dendritic cells. Curcumin can also downregulate the expression of various pro-inflammatory cytokines, including TNF, IL-1, IL-2, IL-6, IL-8, IL-12, and chemokines. And this is most likely done through the inactivation of the transcription factor NF-kappa B. And this essentially means that turmeric can modulate the activation of various immune cells, so it can actually boost your immune response, and it can also enhance the body's antibody response. So this actually strengthens our immune system and can help us stay healthy. And neem can also help fight against coronavirus. Turmeric and neem also have been shown to be effective against coronavirus, according to a study in KGMU. The next step to preventing coronavirus is, with complete mind, applying banana peel and onion in the heels and going to sleep. Let us understand the science behind it. And this is how you can do that, applying banana peel in the heel and onion in the heel. And you can put a sock over it. And in Medical Daily, a study was published about the detoxifying effects of onion. And it emphasizes the beneficial properties of onion for our health. Onion contains a high amount of sulfur compounds, which not only give onion their recognizable smell, but also a powerful detoxifying agent. And more than 100 sulfur-containing compounds are what cause the eyes to tear, and onions can help protect and treat ailments from diabetes to heart disease. And the onions, the downstream products, are a complex mixture of sulfur-based compounds, and these compounds from onion have been reported to have a range of health benefits, which include anti-carcinogenic properties, anti-platelet activity, anti-thrombotic activity, anti-asthmatic activity, and antibiotic effects. And step 6 is being in an unclutched state and filling with eternal bliss. So let us understand the science of unclutching revealed by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism.
The brain is the organ which controls our whole physical being. Once our brain has been imbalanced, it will then transmit that imbalance throughout the whole body. Thought forms are pure energy that have the ability to influence people and everyday events in life. According to science, our brains generate an electromagnetic field which may be measured by such instruments as an encephalograph. This electromagnetic field is generated by the brain every time we think, and as our mind is never still, we may be compared to perpetual power generators. Fear produces nervous disorders. Anger produces headaches and violence. Confused thoughts produce congestion and ill health. Depression causes cancer, tumors, mental diseases, and lowering of the immune system, causing death through own willpower. Our thoughts generate intricate energy patterns which can be detected by sensitive equipment and seen by clairvoyant individuals. These energy patterns are known as thought forms. Surprisingly, thought forms are shaped by the thoughts themselves. Creates hundreds of thought forms every hour and release them into the environment. Although we cannot see them, the thought forms have as real an existence as any other form of energy. Most people can sense others' thought forms, and a continuous energetic exchange happens between people about which they are usually unaware. This also explains why we sometimes take a sudden liking or dislike to a certain person directly on meeting them. We just catch their vibes. Unclutching is a guide for equanimity and enlightenment. Thoughts are like bubbles in a fish tank. Just as bubbles in a fish tank rise from the bottom, our thoughts also rise in the same manner. When one bubble comes and reaches the surface of the water, the next bubble starts and the third bubble starts. Because the bubbles are rising at high speed, they look like a continuous stream. But our mind is not a continuous stream. There is always a gap between two thoughts. Like the bubbles, we also experience a neutral space between two thoughts. This neutral space between two thoughts is our original state, the pure silence. It is a state of pure consciousness, the state of God. Since the gap or the neutral space between two thoughts is too small, we think all thoughts are connected and form a shaft. But there is always a gap between. In the forest of northern India, the hunters trap the birds using a trap. They tie a rope between two trees. The rope is the shaft that we create by connecting two thoughts. In the middle of the rope, they secure a wooden stick. The stick is our mind. The rope is tied at the midpoint of the stick. When a bird comes and sits on the stick, the bird's own weight turns the whole stick upside down. It turns topsy-turvy. The moment it turns upside down and loses its sense of balance, it feels totally shaken and tightens its grip on the stick. It simply holds onto the stick as if its life depends on it. Similarly, we connect thoughts and form a shaft out of it and live in the fear that if we drop our mind, we might be lost. We might lose our identity. Because it is hanging upside down, it thinks, if I unclutch from this stick, I will fall and die. Is similar to the fear that if we start trusting that we are unconnected, unclutched, independent and illogical thoughts, we might be lost. If the bird lets go and relaxes, it may flutter to balance for a moment or two. When it leaves the stick, maybe for a few seconds, it will fall, but then it will adjust itself and start flying. In the same way, we hold on to whatever we think is our identity and security, our education, our mind, our relationships, or our bank balance. Ultimately comes to remove the stick that is our identity. Just like the bird, we don't realize that if we drop our mind, at that moment we can become a Paramahamsa. That very moment we can be liberated.
In Mundaka Upanishad, there is a story which explains there is a huge tall tree, and in the tallest branch of the tree, there is a golden bird sitting unclutched from everything in bliss, like Dakshinamurti. In the lower branch, there is a small bird which jumps from here and there to various branches eating fruits. When it eats a bitter fruit, it feels bad. Whenever she eats the bitter fruit, she sees the bird which is looking above silently like Dakshinamurti and feels why I should not be like that bird. But unfortunately, when the same bird, when it eats tasty fruit, it forgets the bird sitting above it. In the same way, she keeps battling between branches, eating bitter and tasty fruits again and again. One day, as a small bird flies up higher, and as it reaches near the golden bird, it realized that he and she are the same. There is no difference between them both and realizes her original state. The small bird realizes that she also can be in the same state of the golden bird and become a Paramahamsa. This moment, trust yourself. Don't bother about losing your identity. Just trust yourself and let go of your identity. You will immediately become a Paramahamsa and be liberated. All you need to do is to trust that you're unclutched. Dropping the conclusions you can't be transformed is unclutching.
Now that we've understood what is unclutching, let us go to the next step, which is doing Ajaba Ajaba of the cosmic sound, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. And a study conducted by the US National Library of Medicine on the benefits of chanting found that doing Ajaba Ajaba, chanting, has a direct and positive benefit for the physical health and mental well-being. The study correlates the chanting of the Ajaba Ajaba to the vagus nerve stimulation used as a treatment for depression and epilepsy. And another study conducted by Dr. Masaru Emoto establishes human intentions, words, or thoughts can change the molecular structure formation in water. This interesting research clearly depicts that how the water is being exposed to positive sound vibrations, the molecular formation in the water changes to a pleasant formation, whereas a negative sound vibration or words can disfigure or distort the water molecule formation. And these are the pictorial depictions of how water molecular formations respond to different words that are uttered. This research shows the impact of few words on one glass of water, but imagine what happens inside your body, which is composed of more than 60% water, when you chant the Ajaba Ajaba chant of the powerful sacred mantra. So you can see the beautiful structures when words like compassion, thank you, wisdom are uttered, and then you can see the completely distorted structures when water is when heavy metal music is played, or when words like I will kill you, you fool, water, before and after Buddhist prayer. So you can see the difference between what was before and after. And the last step is being in the state beyond any remembrance or forgetting. In the Arunachalas Purana, that blossoms as Aham, Aham, Ananda Purana. So in the interest of time, we will be concluding this segment, and we can explore the more details about the last step in further programs. We will be concluding this segment for now and entering into the next segment, where we will learn some of the various offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti. During this time, Devi has manifested just for the sake of healing us, blessing us, and continuously guiding us through this pandemic. And if you are just overflowing with gratitude for your cosmic mother, you can stay tuned for this next segment where you can understand how you can offer your love, your devotion to your cosmic mother. So let us understand about these offerings and about Devi Parashakti. Devi Parashakti is both the full, complete manifestation of both masculine and feminine consciousness. And both consciousness have to be expressed equally by every human being to be enlightened. Until enlightenment, only the masculine dimension expresses more than the feminine dimension, irrespective of whether they are in the male or female physical body. And for every human being, in order to achieve enlightenment, they must complete with these 5 dimensions, which are the Pitrus, the Kula Devatas, or the family deities, the parents, which we inherit our DNA, our biomemory from, and nature, and then ultimately Guru, who gives us the experience of enlightenment itself. And incompletions are light, negative, and adharmic cognitions in the 5 dimensions, which leads to misconstrued karana and karya, which are the cause and effect, which further leads to suffering and pain and calamities in the individual, personal, and collective and global levels. Being sensitive is being aware and in gratitude to life, from everything from the air that we breathe, to the place that we sit, to the energy that we feel that we exist, to the energy that we celebrate our existence. There are 43 energies to the human body, and when all 43 are integrated to Dharma, one becomes enlightened. Dharma is the cosmic motherly completion and says level of the Panchabhutas. This is the core principle of the cosmos. Awakening the sacred feminine is key to enlightenment. When awakened, man expresses sacred feminine consciousness. He becomes a great revered leader. When awakened, woman expresses the sacred feminine consciousness. She becomes Devi, the cosmic mother, expressing power. And the key to awaken the sacred feminine consciousness is through conscious sovereignty, which we have heard from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism speak extensively about and bless each and every one of us with. Out of millions of paths, this easiest, sweetest, and most beautiful path to enlightenment is connecting with the cosmos as mother, Devi Parashakti, the cosmic feminine consciousness. She is the one who expresses as Guru all gods, all the manifestations in the universe. She can straight away deliver enlightenment by connecting to the cosmic umbilical cord. Offerings are not to benefit the divine, but to close the gap with the divine consciousness. When we achieve completion with the Divine Mother, her infinite powers with her sweet grace start nourishing all of our dimensions through the cosmic umbilical cord. There is nothing too small or too big one can offer to connect with the Divine Mother. It has to be from the space of love of a child looking at a mother and handing her what it has to share with her out of deep love and gratitude. It can be a cup of milk or a flower, or it can be a precious jewel to adorn her beautiful smiling face or her precious hair. The Vedic rishis have clearly stated the technique to connect with the sacred feminine consciousness, to awaken the same qualities in us. One can connect with Paramashiva through oneness But with the divine cosmic mother, it is only by worshipping her sacred feet with devotion. The mother worship is the most non-violent, most peace-centered, most healing, soothing, and sweetest path to enlightenment. Among all the traditions on planet Earth, worshipping includes contemplating, meditating through the sacred offerings of mantras and oblations at her feet. As we stated, mother worship is the sweetest path to enlightenment. So why the divine feminine consciousness? Why do we worship the divine feminine consciousness? Because she is the ultimate, and she makes us experience the ultimate. So this is the Shastra Pramana for Devi Parashakti. And the translation reads, I walk as the 11 Rudras, I walk as the Vasus, I walk as Vishnu and other Adityas, and all divine forms, the Vishvadevas, assuming the form of the inner self of all the gods. I hold aloft Mitra and Varuna, even as Indra and Agni I do, and the Ashwini twins too. It is from the Rigveda. And it continues on. The Ekadasha Rudras, the Maharudra, Ashta Vasus, the Dvadasha Adityas, the Vishvadevata, all of them are my retinue. I move around in my various forms with them as my retinue. I protect all of them, including Mitra, Varuna, Indra, Agni, and the Ashwini Devatas. Devi declares herself as the inner self of all the gods, the divine energies. She is all pervading and all permeating. And we are the most blessed beings to have her manifesting every day through our very own Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, just to bless and guide us through all of the difficult times in our lives. So if you are overflowing with gratitude, you can offer a small token of your devotion to Devi Parashakti. The first offering that you can make is the e-hundi offering, which is a general donation of any amount that you would like. And you can just offer this like you would in any other temple that you go to. You may offer $1 or $2 in the hundi. You can offer as much as you would like or as little as you would like. You can, and just as you would in any temple you go to, just to say, I love you, thank you for happening in my life, to the divine. We have made this easily available online now through the e-hundi offering, and you can just offer your love, your gratitude through this offering. And it is stated that Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion, and she removes all fears. And if there's any fear in the minds of the devotees, Devi is sure to remove that fear. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. This is not autumn, the season, but rather the autumn of our lives, when our thoughts turn more and more inward. And the role of Devi Parashakti, the divine cosmic mother, becomes much more prominent in our lives as she guides us. And the need for Devi worship becomes much more strong. Devi is the one who bestows happiness on all her devotees. So you can offer your gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti by offering your kanika, and your name shall be chanted during the puja to Devi Parashakti. The next offering is the Sankalpa chanting, or the offering of your conscious resolution. And when you offer your conscious resolution to Devi Parashakti, you will be blessed with all of the energy and blessings of Devi Parashakti to manifest all of your conscious resolutions and receive the blessings for both asked and unasked, remembered and forgotten wishes to manifest by the grace of Devi Parashakti. And it is stated in Saundarya Lahari that the mantras I chant with the sacrifice in my soul become chanting of your name. Let all my movements become auspicious mantras. Let my travel become perambulation around you. Let the act of eating and drinking become fire offerings, oblations to the homage the Homa Yajna of you. Let my act of sleeping become a salutation to you. Let all actions of pleasure of mine become part of your worship. This is the best space to offer things to Devi Parashakti. When you offer with this overflowing love and gratitude to Devi, you will receive the blessing for everything in your life, both asked and unasked, remembered and forgotten wishes will all manifest by the grace of Devi Parashakti. The next offering is the Devi Sahasranama Sparna Kastu, which is the golden coin with the inscription of the various names of Devi Parashakti. And each name of Devi Parashakti represents one attribute, one divine quality of Devi Parashakti, whether it's her overflowing compassion or her beauty, her infinite knowledge, whichever aspect is that you connect with, you will also be able to manifest this when you offer this Devi Sahasranama Swarna Kastu, and you will be able to manifest all the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, the divine auspicious qualities of Devi Parashakti by offering this gold coin. The next offering is the Mukta Anguti, which is the finger ring with a pearl. And it's stated, let the goddess who brings good fortune, who is praised by the gods, who is served by the Devendra, who is praised by the Devas, troubled by the Asuras, who is praised and remembered as devotion to her, solves all, who is the source of all good in the world. Let that goddess destroy all obstacles. And the pearl is the representation of compassion. So when you offer this pearl ring, you will be blessed with protection from all dangers and the infinite compassion of Devi Parashakti. The next offering is the Sarna Padma Pushpa, which is the golden lotus. And when it is stated that Devi is the one who bestows accomplishments and intellect, who showers worldly prosperity, Devi, who powers the subtle mantra of the cosmos, I bow to you, O Devi Mahalakshmi. And when you offer this Sparna Padma Pushpa, you will be blessed with attracting all positive relationships in personal and business dimensions. The next offering is the Swarna Metti, which is the golden toe ring. And in the Saundarya Lahari, it's described, Lord Brahma is the creator of the Yor, selects a dust from your feet and creates this world. The great Adishesha with his thousands of heads somehow carries a dust of your divine feet with a great effort, and the great Lord Rudra takes it and powders it nicely and uses it as the holy ash. So when you offer this Padmameti at the divine lotus feet of Devi Parashakti, which even a dust from Devi Parashakti's feet can create this entire cosmos, you will be blessed with the protection of Devi Parashakti. And the blessings, you will receive the blessings for a life of leadership qualities by offering the worship to the divine lotus feet of Devi Parashakti, which can be achieved even by worshiping a tiny grain of dust from her divine feet. And you can adorn Devi's sacred feet with this golden toe ring. The next offering is the Mantika, the golden hairline jewelry. And Devi is the one who makes the nectar flow from the Sahasrara, the crown center, to the Anya, the eye, third eye, and permeates through the 72,000 nadis and gives us the ultimate experience of the cosmos. So when we offer this, with the blissful state overflowing from our Sahasrara, and to be living an enlightened lifestyle. And the next offering is the Pratiksha Pada Puja, which is the most favorite offering of all the devotees and disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has been manifesting Devi Parashakti just for your healing, for blessing you and guiding you to the Cosmic Mother. And you are the most blessed being to have your very own Guru as the avatar. And Adi Shankaracharya has revealed the greatness of worshipping the Guru and the lotus feet of the Guru. He describes, my repute has traveled in all directions through my philanthropy and prowess. All things of this world are in my hands as rewards for my virtues. Yet if one's mind be not centered upon the lotus feet of the Guru, what then, what then, what then? And so you can offer this Pratiksha Pada Puja at the divine lotus feet of your very own Guru, who is manifesting the feminine consciousness, the one who is beyond the idea of male and female. And you can receive the blessings for the most sweetest path to enlightenment. And the next offering is the Vastra Seva, or offering of clothes to Devi Parashakti and manifesting to your Guru, who is manifesting Devi Parashakti. You can offer this during the Pratiksha Pada Puja, and you will be blessed with the sweetest path to enlightenment and complete protection in all dimensions of your life. So here is the list of offerings that you can make to Devi Parashakti. And here is the link that you can visit to make your offering, gateway.nithyanandeshwarahindutemple.org/NHTLA. And you can direct yourself to the Parashakti Bhava Samadhi Darshan donations page. And this is what the page will look like once you go to it. And you can go ahead and go to the drop-down menu. You can select an option, whichever option that you would like, whether it is the Sahasranama Sparna Kastu or the Pratiksha Pada Puja. You can select whichever one you would like, and you can choose as many as you would like. If you would like to offer a Sparna Padma Pushpa for yourself and on behalf of your mother, you can go ahead and do that. You can choose two. And then you can see what your cart, this is what your cart will look like. You can see all of the offerings that you have chosen. And then you can proceed to the checkout. And you can fill out all of your billing details, which look like this. Just as you would for any other online payment, you can fill out your billing details and your order information. And you can go ahead and place your order and make your offering to Devi Parashakti. And once this is done, you can fill out the Sankalpa form, which is tiny.cc/Sankalpa2021. You can fill out your names and the names of all your loved ones to ensure that your names are chanted during the offering to Devi Parashakti. And you can also join as a e-Kailashian Kailasa, and you can go ahead and visit Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel and click join to become a member of the YouTube channel. And you will be presented with the various options: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, or premium. And you can choose whichever level of e-Kailashian you would like to be. And each one has its various benefits and its exclusive content. And of course, when you join as a member of the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, you will get the opportunity to ask questions live to Devi Parashakti in the comment section during the live Akashic readings. And your questions, your prayer requests will fall directly in the eyes of Devi Parashakti. And this is a very simple process that you can do directly through YouTube. And you can either do through your credit card or debit card or through PayPal. And again, you can just fill out the details as you would for any other online payment. And then here again is the link for the to make your offering, gateway.nithyanandeshwarahindutemple.org, and you can direct yourself to the Parashakti Bhava Samadhi Darshan donations page. So we will just project this link for a few moments for any of you who would like to go ahead and visit the link. So now we will be concluding this portion of the program, and we'll be moving into the next segment where we will be hearing from the administrators of Adi Kailasha Sarvajñapita about the various activities that are happening in Adi Kailasha. So as many of you have heard, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened up all of the Kailasas in India for the sake of the multi-layer quarantine, and has opened them up as Kailasa COVID care centers. So if you would like to benefit from this multi-layer quarantine, this opportunity that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened up, you can visit kailasa.org and /Kailasa Care, and you can go ahead and sign up to become for the multi-layer quarantine and the Kailasa COVID Care Center. And now we will be hearing from the administrators of Adi Kailasha, who will be describing to us all of the activities that are happening at Adi Kailasha as part of this Kailasa COVID Care. This includes free food, free accommodations, free internet services, and various classes and programs for all of the residents and e-Kailashans and Kailashans who are residing in the Adi Kailasha Sarvajñapita. So we will be right back after a very short break.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினியில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்தை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினிவில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்த
when we're waiting for Sonali to come live and share her experience, if you are somebody who received your Akashic reading and if you would like to share your experience live on Nithyananda TV, you can email us at contact@kailasa.org. Send us an email, just give a gist of what was your experience, and then we will be more than happy to have you join the live panel. Okay, now today we have Sonali Gupta. Nithyanandam, Sonali.
Nithyanandam Ma, thank you for having me here. It's my pleasure to share my experience about what changes and transformation Devi has brought in my life. And before I go into the experience I had from the recent Akashic readings, I want to share that Devi has been like a very transformative force. Like she's always been someone that I connect to so deeply that, I have done completions and I've done so many things, but with Devi, like with her grace, it just opens like floodgates. So before I share what happened recently, right, like last year, during one of the Paramashivoham programs, during a Devi Darshan, I was intensely praying to her, and she gave me courage. And I thought like there's one thing that I've been putting off on was to kind of become a Sarvanyapita Yajaman, and I pledged during that darshan that, I will make it happen. Like I'll just do everything possible to make that happen. And within 15 days of that, I worked through my incompletions, they surfaced, but I kind of took the jump within 15 days of that darshan, and I actually made a jump into Sarvanyapita Yajaman. And of course, that was a great blessing, right? Not to say like, Devi definitely blessed with a lot more than what I could offer. It's her grace and compassion is so good. And very recently, during these Akashic readings, I had submitted my questions, but like everyone else, I wasn't sure if Devi was going to answer and if she's ever going to answer my prayer. But I was just tuning on to the session, listening, and I'd submitted my questions a few days ago, not even on that day, but it was my birthday on 28th of April, and as soon as Devi kind of said the first few sentences, I heard my name as the very first name. And just hearing that, I of course did not understand the language, but just hearing my name and the energy, it was like I knew something was shifted, like it was just something was taken care of. And I did not know what Devi said, but it was amazing. And I was just absorbing that and just trying to figure out like what that meant and what was this shift. And I was just totally enjoying that space. And then the very next day, when the Akashic readings happened again, the readings had started and I just posted my question casually. I wasn't even, at that point, I thought, I'm probably already late. But Devi again, within a minute, she answered me again. And she gave me this very beautiful blessing of saying, I'll reside in you as Alam Vellar Siddha. And that just took me to another level.